Hi guys, welcome to my channel, The Golden Cruiser. I'm Cindy, and today we're going to be talking about 13 cruise tips that may seem crazy. So yes, today we're going to be talking about 13 cruise tips that some may seem are crazy, but they're kind of useful and helpful. So grab that drink, grab a snack, sit down and relax, and let's talk about cruising. The number one thing is an elevator secret. Now you just got on the cruise ship or you just got out of a show, the elevator door opens and it's packed. So you stand there and wait, the next elevator comes, the door opens, it's packed. And so on and so on. You could stand there a very long time, which I have done a lot of times on a cruise ship. So one of the things you can do is walk away from that set of elevators and head to the next bank of elevators. There's usually one in the front, the back, and the middle of the ship. A lot of times the elevator in the center of the ship, because it's the closest to all the activities, is going to be the most crowded. Or if a show just got out, the closest elevator is going to be the most crowded. So head to a farther elevator, or if you possibly can, take the stairs, but not everyone can do that. So just go look for a different elevator. Another trick I heard about recently is if everyone seems to be going up or down, whichever direction everybody seems to go, if they're going down and you're trying to go down, hit the up button. An elevator should come. You could ride up a floor or two, then turn around and go all the way down. Number two is order more than one entree. Did you know that on a cruise ship in the dining room you could order more than one entree? Yes, you can. You've already paid for this food, so you could order as many as you want. Now, the only exception to that, on some ships when they have lobster nights, they may only let you have one lobster. I think Carnival let my son have two. On other ships, you could only have one and then you have to pay for extra. But other than that, you can pretty much have anything on the menu that you don't have to pay for already, like a specialty steak. So if you can't make up your mind on which entree you want to have, order both of them. You can order as many appetizers, as many main course, and as many desserts as you want, and the crew is not going to judge you. They're used to this. You've already paid for it. You deserve it. Go ahead and order whatever you want off that menu. Number three is skip shore excursions, a mouthful. You may want to skip a port if you've been to that port before many times, or if it's a port you don't like I don't like going to Ensenada, Mexico. I have been there hundreds of times. There's nothing really in that town for me, so that's a port that I would skip, and I know many would. But you could choose to stay on board. The pools will be more quiet. No one will be there. You can have a wonderful spa day if you were ever wanting to go to the spa and get a treatment or a massage. No one will be in there. It'll be quiet. And you may get a discount for port days on spa services. You'll be able to walk right into the buffet and get your food or into a dining venue with no wait. So a lot of people like to take advantage of this. No one's in the hot tub. They just want a day to relax and stay on the ship where there were crowds. Now it's empty, and it's a wonderful time to just stay on board if you don't care about going into that port or you've been there before many times. Number four, now a lot of longtime cruisers already know this, but maybe the newbies don't. Magnetic hooks. It's a great cruise hack to take magnetic hooks with you. The cabin walls are all magnetic, and this helps to declutter your room, get things off of chairs, the beds, wherever they are. Put those magnetic hooks on the wall. I always take them. We hang up things like jackets, hats, backpacks, purses, lanyards, many, many uses for these magnetic hooks. So try and put those on your wall. Make sure you get the heavyweight ones, like 75 to 100 pounds that they will hold. You can also put two magnetic hooks together to make them stronger, but it really is a good hack to have these magnetic hooks. They'll hold so much and keep the clutter out of your room. Number 5 is a crew member trick. Now, we always do this. Take a photo of your crew member's name tag. Now, if you have a crew member that has just gone above and beyond for you, they've been really wonderful. Usually we do this with our dining room waiter and assistant because we have such a nice time with them. They have our drinks waiting for us when we sit down. The last cruise we were on, they knew my granddaughter loved French bread. They would just bring her a plate full of bread with a lid that she could take back to the cabin, and they were just wonderful. So we would take a picture of their name tag so that we wouldn't forget their names. And then when you get back from a cruise, usually you have a comment survey that comes on your email from the cruise line to fill out. And you can recognize these crew members here. That really gets, good for them. A lot of times they have promotions for the crew members if they get these good comments and everything. And they really like it when you take a picture of your badge and tell them that you're going to give them a good comment. It really makes their day. So the next time a crew member, your bartender, your cabin steward, your dining, whoever, just say, can I please take a picture of your name tag so I can give a good comment for you? And they will say certainly. Number 6 is bidding on cabin upgrades. Now, it's tempting to do this, but not always worth it. I did this on one cruise, Princess Cruise. We had an interior room booked, and I bid on a balcony cabin, and I won the bid. Well, the first bid I put in, I didn't win. It was like maybe a month before. I didn't win. Well, we were in San Francisco getting ready to board our ship in 2 days. We were there 2 days early. I thought, what the heck, the bidding's still open. I'm going to put in another bid. And I got an email like that same day telling me I won the bid. So I was rushing around trying to print out new luggage tags and everything. We got really lucky. The cabin we were upgraded to because someone canceled at the last minute was a handicap room. I didn't request a handicap room. We didn't know we were getting a handicap room until we walked on the ship. We were center ship on deck 11. We had a beautiful large room because it was a handicap room and so much room in the bathroom. So we got really lucky with that. The only thing with bidding on a cabin upgrade is you don't know where your cabin's going to be. So you could be right below the pool deck where they're bringing out chairs in the middle of the night, putting them back in, dragging them across there. It would wake you up. You could be right next to the nightclub with music blaring all night, or you can be in a location you don't want to be in, perhaps the front of the ship when they have the most movement. So that's the only thing about bidding on a cabin upgrade. If you're someone that likes to pick your location, I prefer to be center ship, but I'll take the back of the ship over the front. I don't want to be in the front of the ship. There's too much movement. But I like to go in, look at the deck plans, make sure there's no pool around me or nightclub or dining room around where we'll have noise. I like to make sure we have other cabins above us, below us, and look around the area. So, but if you don't mind where you're going to be located, you don't mind if it's noisy or you have more movement, then go ahead and bid on those cabins. Sometimes you'll get lucky like we did, and other times you may not get lucky. So that just depends on you. Number 7 is pack a shoe organizer. Now, this is not for your shoes. I do this. I've been doing this for a while now. I'll put a picture up here. I think I have one of our last cruise that we had hanging up. Now, what I do is hang this on the outside of the bathroom door facing into the cabin. I use the magnetic hooks to hold it, or you can use the hook it came with to hook over top of the door, but that doesn't always work on the cabin door. So magnetic hooks will work. Then in these slots, you can put things like over-the-counter medicines, say Tylenol, ibuprofen, Pepto-Bismols, cough drops, different things you might need throughout the cruise, suntan lotions. You can store your phone chargers in there, anything you have that would be laying around on a desk or nowhere to put it, you just put in there. And then if anyone needs any of those things, they know right where they are and they can just go and get those. I have found this very helpful. It really helps to organize your cabin and get the clutter off. It's very easy to get clutter in a cabin because they're small, especially the bathroom. So you can hold a lot of your extra bathroom products there. I keep my makeup there in a little bag in the shoe slot and things like that. So it is very helpful. So think about that next time you go on a cruise to help you organize. Number 8 is skip the soda package. If you're on a budget and don't have funds to buy that extra soda package, think about bringing those packets of, drink mixers that you can add to water. They do have water available throughout the ship. You can even take your own bottle with you and refill it and put in these little packets of different flavors, lemonades, iced teas, things like that, that you could add to your bottle of water and not pay for that spendy drink package. There's also free drinks on board. You don't have to buy that drink package unless you absolutely have to. You can always take a 12-pack of soda on board with you, keep in your cabin. You can get things like free coffee, free hot tea, free iced tea, free lemonade, and free juices and water. So I just don't find it necessary to pay the extra for that. Number 9 is find the cleanest bathrooms. Now, sometimes on a cruise ship, I've heard avoid the bathrooms because this is where you can get sick in there. Use your bathroom in your cabin if you can, but you can't always do that. It's like wherever you are in the ship, you need to go, and you don't want to go all the way back to your cabin. So skip the restrooms that are near the buffet, the pool, and the theaters. That's the ones that are going to get the most crowded. They're not going to be that clean, and go to a couple lower decks like deck 6, deck 5. They always have these restrooms down in those areas that nobody goes to. And they look like no one's been in there at all. They're fresh, they're clean, spotless and quiet, and no one will be there. So next time you want to use the restroom, try one of those and make sure you always wash your hands and use a towel or tissue that's usually right by the door with the trash can to open that door to help stay sanitized and prevent the spread of norovirus or other sicknesses that break out on a cruise ship. Number 10 is bring a nightlight. Now, we always do this. Pack a nightlight, especially if you're in an interior cabin with no window. It gets pitch black in those cabins at night. And you might want to have this. If you have to get up in the night to use the bathroom, you're not going to be able to see anything. You might trip and hurt yourself, or, you're fumbling to the bathroom, you get the door open, then you turn the light on, and that bright light wakes everybody up in the cabin. So what I do, I have a motion sensor night light. I'll put a picture up here. It's from Amazon. That I set up in the bathroom. I put it on sensor. You can leave it on all the time, or you can put it to sensor. And then as soon as we open the bathroom door, that little night light comes on. I usually shine it against the wall so it won't be shining right in my eye. It's not that bright, but it just helps you to see. You could also put this in your cabin if you're in an interior cabin and don't have any light, so that you could put it on the floor. So that way, as soon as you stood up, a little light comes on so you can see your way to walk to the bathroom. It really helps out. A lot of the cruises do have some night lights now. Our last cruise, I took my night light, I packed it, and we didn't need it because in Royal Caribbean's bathroom in our cabin, they had a little night light that would come on at night up above where the regular light was. It was just a little partial light that would turn on at night when you opened the door, and it was really nice. And I know Carnival has some that when you stand up, a little light comes on like under the end stands. It'll just light up enough to go to the bathroom. I know some people said they didn't like that because it was bright, but you could always put something in front of it and it's not that bright. It just helps you see so that you don't trip and fall. Number 11. Now, I've never done this, but I heard a lot of people do take sticky notes. Now, this is particularly if you are traveling with a bunch of family members with you and maybe older people that don't like using that app. Or a lot of times on the apps, there is a chat function where you can chat with other family members. We sometimes do that when my granddaughter's in the kids club, and if she wants to leave early, she'll chat with us. But you don't always see those chats. There's like no notification that goes off. You just happen to have to look at your phone and see you got a notification. So a lot of people take these sticky notes and they'll write a little note and put it on their mirror, like I went to the pool or meet me over here at this time and things like that, so that other members in their party can say, oh, that's where she is or he is, and we'll go meet them there. Especially older people that don't like using the app, that don't know how to use the app, and they'd rather see it on a piece of paper. So if this is something you think would be helpful, go ahead and take a little pad of sticky notes with you. Number 12, visit the spa when everyone's ashore. The best time to use the spa is on port days. So if you're not going to port or you're going to be back early, think about going to the spa. It will be a peaceful retreat. No crowds, no waiting, and often they have sale prices on port days. So check into that and check it out if you love a massage or a spa treatment. And number 13 to know, and most people that have cruised have, but the new people may not, switch to airplane mode. As soon as you board that ship, make sure you switch to airplane mode and keep it on your whole cruise, even if you took the Wi-Fi package. Leave it in airplane mode. You don't want to get that bill once you get back in. That's hundreds, even thousands of dollars for not switching your phone to airplane mode. I heard about this happening to people that say their teenager was with them, didn't switch to airplane mode, was texting or calling the boyfriend the whole time, and they had a bill thousands of dollars when they got back. So make sure you put on airplane mode and everything will be great. So there's a few tips to help you with your next cruise that maybe you did or didn't know about. So thanks for coming by today. If you liked my video, please give it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing to my channel. It really helps me out. So bye for now, and I hope to see you all again real soon on my channel, The Golden Cruiser. Have a wonderful day.